Well, the San Antonio Zoo has big plans for expansion and big plans for upgrades. It is a multi-year plan that's going to cost tens and tens of millions of dollars.
Joining us in today's Leading SA segment is Tim Morrow, President and CEO of San Antonio Zoo. Good morning, sir. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
So, Tim, the zoo expansion, it's extensive. So for the families watching, what can they expect, and really, what is your guys' goal?
Yeah, we have a lot of construction going right now, a lot of improvements happening. The main project we have is an all-new entrance that is going to greet guests here later this year, at the end of November, beginning of December. And then throughout the zoo over the last few years, we've invested almost $80 million back into the zoo and really upgrading it and getting ready for these massive projects we have coming, like this front gate. And then early in 2025, we're going to bring back gorillas, which we haven't had since 1991. And a great, beautiful event center that'll really help the zoo and host a lot of events for the community.
Okay, Tim, I already told Kyle over at the zoo that I want to be the official gorilla correspondent when this all goes down. Okay, so you said 2025. Is that going to be the opening of that gorilla exhibit, or is that going to be breaking ground? And also, this is supposed to be the biggest gorilla exhibit in the country.
Yeah, we'll break ground probably in December of this year or January of next year of 2024. Well, my years are blending these days. And then we're hopeful to open in the first half of 2025 with gorillas. So really excited, and people will start to see construction in that corner of the zoo in the next couple of months. And just really excited about bringing those gorillas back to San Antonio. The habitat is big, one of the biggest, if not biggest in the country, of 2 acres of gorilla space. And so really immersive exhibit for our visitors that will see that, and very enriching and welfare-focused habitat for the gorillas that we'll bring in from other zoos.
Tim, for our viewers' sake, that gorilla habitat, you said 2 acres, the location for that? Max is laughing.
Sarah's been talking about the gorillas throughout the entire morning.
Excited. Okay, but the location of it, it's going to be the back of it. Will it back into the Hildebrand part of, I'm just thinking of like location. Is that where it will be?
Sure. Yeah, so it's near, if you're familiar with the zoo, it's almost between rhinos and lions, that kind of upper corner area of the zoo at Hildebrand and 281. And so it's an area of the zoo that had been kind of empty for the last few years. It was called the Treetop before. And so we renovated rhino recently. We renovated lion, and it's kind of that big space in between. And if people remember coming to the zoo when we had cheetahs, that the cheetah habitat will become part of gorillas, and a few other habitats will be turned into this amazing gorilla space.
Awesome.
Now, Tim, I know a lot of families watching. They're super intrigued with the zoo school. Will there also be an expansion of the school? More kids can attend?
Yeah, we have a great problem and challenge at Will Smith Zoo School. We have around 240 children that go to that nature-based preschool, and the waiting list is now over 8,000. And so the zoo is actively working with a committee of philanthropists and business leaders and other people to kind of just think through how we can scale that school. We know there's a big demand for parents want their children in nature-based preschools and nature schools like this. And so we're working on how we can expand the reach of that Will Smith nature-based preschool.
And obviously, this is a multi-year plan. We talked about it costing tens and tens of millions of dollars. Have you guys put a final price on it? How much is it going to cost? And where are you getting the funds from?
Sure. The overall master plan is probably around $200 to $250 million, and that's going to be over the next 10 to 15 years. Gorillas is just the big start of what we're doing with this entrance and event center. And so really excited about the long-term plan of the zoo. And the sources we are utilizing to help us fund this are, one, philanthropy. So corporations, individuals, foundations contributing to the zoo. We are a 501c3 nonprofit, so we need donations to build and to expand and get better. The city has been amazing with us, with assisting us with funding through the bond and other sources. And then things like new market tax credits, historic tax credits. We're hoping the county will want to participate at some level at some point. And so just really anybody that wants to help, we are accepting that and working really hard to raise those funds to make San Antonio Zoo the best zoo on the planet.
Okay, and we know the Spurs are making a play to attract more fans from Austin. So how is a zoo working to bring in visitors from the capital city and across the state?
Yeah, well, we're really excited about the growth in Austin. And as everyone that lives in either one of those cities knows, they're really growing together. And so we are the major zoo of South Texas, from Del Rio to Corpus, over halfway to Houston and up past Austin. And so we do know people from Austin visit our zoo, and we do know people from Austin visit San Antonio. So just like the Spurs, we really want to tap into that audience and be welcoming to them and get them to San Antonio and hopefully stay a couple nights in hotels, eat at all the restaurants, and enjoy all these amazing attractions that we have in San Antonio.
All right, Tim Morrow, President and CEO of the San Antonio Zoo. Thank you so much for your time this morning. We really appreciate it. Try to stay cool out there, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah, hopefully that 100-degree will break one of these days and we'll be a little bit cooler also.
Thank you, Tim.
Keep up to date with all of San Antonio's top news, weather, and so much more by clicking the like and subscribe buttons below. And once again, thanks for watching KSAT.